What up, YouTube? We are here at MGM once again, and we are going to do a different type of challenge. This is going to be the min buy challenge. We are starting off with $100. That is the minimum buy-in for 1-3. I'm going to list all of the minimum buy-ins for MGM right here. And you will see 1-3 minimum is 100. 2-5 minimum is 300, and the min buy-in for 5-10 is $600. So that's what we're going to do. We are going to start off with $100, run it up to 300. The moment we get to 300 or above, we're going to go over to 2-5, sit there until we make at least $600, and then we will go to the 5-10 with $600 and play till we either go busto or until we get 1,500, which is technically the min buy for 1025. And maybe we'll go from there. So this is the 100. Just in case, I have 2 extra bullets. So we got 3 chances at making the money. So we are going to fire all 3 bullets no matter how long it takes. We are going to fire until we either lose all 3 bullets or until we reach the $1,500 threshold. So appreciate y'all for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We're going to get right into it. First hand of the bankroll run it up session. Let's get it. All right, first hand of the session, we got ace queen. We're in early position, we raise it up to 15. Only the cutoff decides to call. We are off to a flop, which is king 5-6. So on this board, we're gonna just still c-bet range. Although it sucks, we only got like $85 behind, but we see that for $15 and he folds. So we take it down, a profit of around $13 after rake and all that. So let's go, we're chipping up in this challenge, let's get it. All right, so next hand, deja vu, we have ace queen on the button. There's the middle position raised to $20. What am I gonna do with ace queen? Nothing left to do. We go all in, it's $98. Lost a couple blinds for a couple rounds. 98 is the total. He thinks about it for about 20 seconds or so, but then decides to fold. I was happy with either result. Best case scenario, he calls and we win, but I'm not mad at taking down $24 dead money, so we'll take it. Let's get it. Now we're sitting at right around 120, so still got a ways to go, but we got time. Next hand, we got ace 10 on the button. We raise it up to 15, of course. We get a small blind call, and we also get a late position limper to come along as well. We were up to a flop of 9-6-5. Not really a board that I wouldn't be betting on too much. I mean, I could because I'm in position. However, this could hit the range pretty well, so I just decide to check it back, and we're off to a turn which is a 5, and once again it checks through the small blind, and the late listen player just decides to go all in for whatever I have. It's over 100, so yeah, the pot has 45 in it, and he's going all in. Got no choice but to fold. So I'm glad that I checked on the flop, because he would have called for sure, and then maybe I would have tried to bluff the turn, who knows. But that's a loss, so we lose a little bit of chips here, but moving on. So in this hand, we look down at ace king. When we see a $15 raise, when it gets to us, only having 100 in our stack, you know what we're gonna do. We are all in, and when it gets to our boy, he looks like he wants to fold. He says he has a pair, but then I tell him, hey, we're flipping, because I definitely want the action. This challenge is not gonna happen if I just win 15 pre-flop here. That's just gonna take way too long. So I want the action, and I need the win, so let's make it happen. He calls, knowing I'm not gonna lie to him. So we see an ace in the window, followed by a 10, and then the turn is a 7, and then all I hear is Justin saying 8, 8, 8, and then we see an 8 on the river. So I don't know what happened. He shows pocket sixes. He went runner straight, and he wins this pot. Obviously don't like that I lost, but we definitely need the action. So we got to buy in for another $100 bullet. We got 2 more, and so we got to make these ones shake, man. Let's get it back. So quick, fast, this hand I didn't record all the way, I'm sorry, but basically I was in a big blind with Queen 7 of clubs suited, and I don't remember exactly how the board ran out, but basically it was something along the lines of 4 cards to a straight, me having the straight, but then somebody had 10-7 for the higher straight, and I lost about $60 in that hand. So now the $100 bullet is now down to 40. So anyways, now I'm gonna show you a hand where we get some action. All right, so now that we're knocked down to 40, we look at pocket king. So we go all in. We get 2 callers. The flop is 10-6-5 with 2 hearts. And the first to act player decides to bet the other player out of the pot, which I don't mind. And then the turn is a 10, not loving that. And the river is a deuce. So I'm already thinking I'm lost, ready to pull out another black chip out of my pocket. However, our opponent has ace-3 off. And I guess he's decided to bet it to a dry side pot, and we win. We actually triple up, so now we have around 120, so we are ready to battle back at least. Let's go. So in this hand, we have Jack 10 suited under the gun. We raise it up to 15. Small blind and big blind decide to call. We are off to a flop, which is ace, deuce, deuce with 2 spades. So when it checks to me, I just decide to check back, see what they want to do on the turn, since people in the small blind or big blind could easily have an ace. So I decided to check, and the turn is the king of heart, not bringing anything additional, but now I do have a gut shot. But once again, they check, and I decide to bet off for $25, just taking a stab with a little bit of equity if they do have something on this board, but they both fold. So we scoop in at $30, and we are now halfway to 300 till we can play 2-5. Feeling happy and excited about this. All I need is 1 double up, and I'm ready to go. Let's get it. So for this vlog, ace queen has been the hand that I've gotten the most. So once again, we have ace queen. We raise it to $15. We get a cutoff call, and the small blind decides to rip it all in, his whole stack. But I know he's just trying to isolate because he knows nobody else is going to be strong. Cutoff only called by 15. So he rips it all in. Ace queen, short stack. I'm not going nowhere. I call, and the cutoff player thinks about it, tanking, and then he soon finds himself in a call situation. So we're going to go 3 ways to a flop. If we win, we will have $300. We're gonna go to 2-5, and we're gonna crush it. Unfortunately, the flop isn't all that great. It is 9-9-8, so I just got some overs and some runners. The turn is a 10, now giving us some hope. Maybe any ace, maybe any queen, and maybe a jack for the straight will give us the win. And we see the river, which is a jack, and we are tabling our hand, but unfortunately, we are now down $200. King queen, the worst hand, makes a straight. Ace queen versus ace king versus king queen. We got 1 more bullet. We gotta run this up to $300. If not, then we are done, and there is no more left in the challenge. We will have failed, unfortunately, but we still got this bullet. We thinking positive. Let's go get it. All right, so there's a hand that I didn't record, but basically I chipped up like $40 from like a simple hand. So I'm actually pretty close to 300 now. Just need to win a decent sized pot. And we look down at ace king, and we see a $15 raise and 1 call. So when it gets to me, because I'm in the big blind, I raise it up to $75, 4x plus the dead money. And our boy Justin, the one who sucked out on us with those pocket 6s, says, sorry, Mac, and he rips it all in. And of course, when it gets to me, he has me covered, and I am going to call there, and I ask him if he has aces.
You got aces?
He says no, says he has ace king.
What you got?
Yeah, everybody.
Me too.
I have ace king, my ace king is suited, but for the rest of the run out, I just want to let y'all see and hear what happened live at the Felt.
What about you? That's my suit. That's my suit. That's my suit. Get there. Get there. Get there.
Oh my God.
Get there.
Let me count it, my love.
Oh, sorry.
They got there. They arrested him. They kicked him out,
One more done.
and he's black card. And they get the money, and then they got over here. They get him in the floor, and then put handcuffs on him.
So,
Yeah, I saw it, right? But they said he wasn't even like obnoxiously drunk.
Let's fucking go. That's how you fucking do it. That's how you do it. Ace King versus Ace King. We make a flush. Let's go. Unfortunately, it's against my boy Justin, but he's the same one that had the pocket sixes and sucked out with the straight. And he was yelling for his card, so that's why I yelled for my card. Diamond, diamond, diamond. And the river, diamond, diamond. So the crazy thing is, here are my chips. I have 594. So I am 6 away actually from going to 510. So I am going to go play 2-5, and all I gotta do is win $6. If I win $6, then I'm ready for 510. So let's go make it happen. So this hand, we started recording a little late, but basically there was a limp of a $10 straddle at 2-5. There was a few calls before it got to me. So at this point, I'm already in the big blind. It's only $5 more. I'm just hoping the straddle doesn't decide to put out a monster squeeze and we get to see a flop. But for 5 more, with 4-6, whatever, why not? We put in extra 5, straddle checks his option, and we are off to a flop, which is queen, 5, deuce with 2 spades. So we do have the gut shot, but if somebody bets, I don't know if I want to call with a gut shot, especially when my gut shot could be a spade, giving somebody the flush. So we check, probably just thinking that we're going to check fold, but it checks all the way around to the button, who also checks, and the turn is an offsuit 3, giving us the absolute stone cold nuts. So now I'm going to check because there's plenty of opponents that may decide to bet, and the small blind actually jumps the gun and bets ahead. And of course, I'm not going to play around, I'm not going to slow play. He bets out for 25, I race to 100. Everyone else folds, and he decides to quickly call, so I'm putting him on either a queen or a flush draw that just wants to see if he can bink it. And on the river, it is a beautiful offsuit 10, still giving us the nuts. And when he checks, I'm trying to decide, should I go small to get a call, small to get induced, or should I just bet pretty big? Obviously, you know that I have around 400 and something dollars, so I actually go pretty big. I bet out for 300, and he doesn't think about it for too long, and he folds. But it's time to do inventory. All we had to do was bink the turn, make that straight, made decent money. So now we are at $723, so we are 123 above what we need for 510, but we're still on the list waiting for our name. But there's only one table, and like I'm 4th in line, so this could take a few hours, but we'll see. This might be another day depending on how it goes, but until then, let's go. That's it for that part of the video. We got through with the 1-3 session, some crazy hands. The 2-5 wasn't too much, but it was always great to get through that. So that will be part 1. Next part of the video, part 2, will be at the 510 table, starting off with $723. We are going to run it up to $1,500. I appreciate y'all for watching. If y'all had fun watching the video, make sure you share it. It means a lot to the channel. But until the next video, holla.